What is up, everybody? This is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called the Wait a Minute Show. Back in the building once again to give you a sports fix. I don't know. I just don't. I'm gonna have to watch my mouth this time because what I could say possibly, Mike could come back and get me. So I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be careful, the things that I say. I'm gonna try. Let me just say that. But maybe we gotta be careful. When I say we know who's in the building, running the background, running the boards, running everything to keep me running. As you see every week is Big Mo is in the building. What up, Mo?
What's going on, JB? My Lakers is no longer a favorable landing spot, says a certain coach.
Oh, she ain't so pretty, right? Oh,
She always been fly.
mm, bro. Coaches turning down the Lakers job, like that's that's new. That's new,
That's a first. I think that's a
especially
first.
with the two giants that you got on the team. So it's just like, that kind of just gets you in the door anyway. Just like I got AD, I got LeBron. Let me see what else I can do, with the rest of the squad. But yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
said I'm gonna watch my mouth. I don't want no Laker fan, coming after me as well.
Listen,
But
listen. I know it's not on the menu, but let me ask you one question
yeah,
relating to that.
okay.
If you are Dan Hurley or whatever,
hmm
and you get this job offer, you seen the money that they willing to offer, why are you turning the job down?
You know what? I asked myself that. And you know what I really think it is? I don't think it's LeBron. I don't even think it's AD. I think it's somebody else or something else with it. Cause I mean, you look at if he goes back to UConn, bro, we already know college coaches, you win a national championship, you good. You win back to back, you
Hmm.
really good. He's good for years,
Yeah.
bro. He's good for years. And we just seen y'all went to the Western Conference Finals last year with Darvin Ham, and then
Right.
this year you didn't have the same success, and Darvin's out. Frank Vogel only got 1 year. He
Hmm.
was out. Like they will move on
Right.
from you. So I think he's probably looking at the long game. It's just like, hey, I can do no wrong at UConn right now.
Right.
And you also look at the landscape of you don't have to go out there and get a whole bunch of one and done kids and everything, to have the success that they had. So I think he was like, it's nice. LA is
Yeah.
expensive. It's all the way across the country. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna
I
chill.
agree. I agree. I think you win another championship in college, you're a made man. You don't
Yeah,
make the conference finals in the pro on the pro level, you're looking for a job again.
yeah.
So yeah,
And if you get fired, then it's nothing guaranteed that you're gonna get back to college and be in the same situation that you were
right,
previously in. So,
right.
yeah, I feel him. I feel him on that. Well, you still there, Adrian Bronner, bro? We talked about Deontay Wilder last week. Adrian, man, is it? It may be time to wrap it up again.
It-
I don't. It's in the world of boxing when you talk and then you don't back it up and you continue to keep losing. I think you lose the interest of the people that want to tune in, right? Nobody really wants to sit there, watch every the back and forth, and then it kind of builds up this streak or whatever. No, I shouldn't say streak, but it's just like Adrian Bronner to me is just not. And I'm gonna be careful because he'll come after anybody, so I got to watch
yeah,
my mouth on here. I got, I got.
you end up on AB's hit list.
Yes,
I mean, boxing need another hero, man. I
yeah.
think boxing need another hero right now. I mean, we got Spence, we got Crawford, but
Mhm.
on that level, yeah, we need another big name, another star.
Yeah. So, hey, but props to AB for what he has done in the past. Just like Deontay Wilder, it ain't easy. It ain't easy to to stay relevant in boxing. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's move on.
That chapter is
But
closed.
before we move into our first topic, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications for the Wait a Minute Show. Each and every week, we dropping something for y'all, just like we are right now. And let's jump into it. First thing, game two, right? Mavs, Celtics. It's in the books. So Celtics up 2-0 after the Celtics took a 7-point win? I think 105 to 105 to 98. And look, going into the I'm not even gonna talk about game one. Let's talk about game two, because that's the most recent. And watching this game, and the thing that I saw that stuck out to me most with this was a couple things, and I'm gonna pull up my little stat sheet that I have here. But well, three things. I think three things contributed to the Dallas Mavericks losing this game, and they were down by 10, they were down by 12, and all that stuff. And I felt that they could get back into it because NBA teams make runs all the time, being down 10, 14. So I really wasn't worried about that. What concerned me, there was three things like I said, that contributed to this. The first thing, I always believe that you need to have a strong second and third quarter. You want to end the half strong, and you want to begin, the second half strong. And they did not have that. Going into it, they were outscored each quarter 29-23 on that. So going into the half and coming out of the half, right? So that to me, didn't help. But also the free throw line. They went 16 for 24 from the free throw line. That's 66%. You cannot have that when you're struggling from three, which is the third thing that I have on here. 23% from the field, 6 for 26. So if your shot's not going from three, then normally you can say, you know what, let me try and get to a foul line, pick up some extra buckets, pick up some cheap points there. So it wasn't happening on that end as well. So they missed some real key free throws that they were going to need. And on the other side, Boston did hit their free throws. They were 95%, 19 for 20. So they only missed one shot, which should have been two, but PJ Washington had, a lane violation, and it no fault of his. It happened. But and then Boston didn't shoot real well from three either. But that second quarter, third quarter, free throws, 3 points. And it always seemed like Boston had an answer once when Luka and them was getting into the mix. So to do this, you're going to have also just consistency or just contribution. You're definitely going to be looking from your two superstars, and Kyrie and Luka and Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But the one thing that I think that Boston, I think, have the advantage over with Dallas. Dallas has a nice bench. I like Dallas bench. I just think Boston is a little bit deeper, so they're able to get that assistance from other guys. I know Horford is starting right now because Porzingis, is still coming off an injury, which he tweaked it a little bit. But you have other guys that's coming off the bench that's going to contribute to this game. So at the end of the day, Boston took care of business. They won two at home. The second, if you want to take a silver lining from this, Dallas definitely, played better than what they did in game one. And so you go home, you can get right. And I still think this thing is going to go 7 games. So I think Dallas will go home, win two, tie this thing up. And then we'll be looking at who can win, maybe still a game on the road. It's still going 7 games. I'm sticking to that. So I believe role players play better when they're at home as well. So Lively, all those guys, Jones and Green and so forth, Gaffer, all of those guys, I think, they'll play better. So going into game three, I expect the Mavericks to go ahead and win that one. I'll go ahead and put that one out right now, and then we'll be talking about who's going to be going into game what? By the time we come back, Mo, I think we'll be in the game. Game four will already be done. So we'll be talking game five. And I'm going to make a prediction now. We're going to be talking about the series is tied up 2-2. So we'll see if I'm right about that. So being right, let's move on and touch base on the next topic. And Mo, you can move us in. And WNBA, right? Yep, we are talking about the WNBA once again. Caitlin Clark everybody knows this right now, has been left off the women's USA team. And now, obviously, you're going to probably have this, or not probably, you're going to have this debate. You're going to have, how you feel, on this side, how you feel on that side. Obviously, they're going to ask Caitlin, and they did ask Caitlin, how she felt about it. And I love the response that she gave. She, said it's one of the hardest team, or is the hardest team to get on, which is absolutely right, because there's only 12 spots, right? There's not, multitude of teams or anything like that. It's one team, it's 12 spots, and that's all that's all that's there. So is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Did they do Caitlin dirty? And here's what I'm gonna say on it. Again, this roster, this as far as like who she had to be out, and I think Mo, you might have that, to put up and show us, is that you got to look at now. Obviously, Caitlin plays the guard position, so we're looking at this right now. She plays the guard position, so we're not worried about any forwards or centers or anything like that. So you look at the guard play. You got Diana Taurasi, you got Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Sabrina Ionescu, and Chelsea Gray. Up there in that guard spot, right? So that's the tough. I mean, we're talking about the 12 best players. We got a small sample size, with Caitlin. Can she ball? Yes. Is she a monster? Yes. Even though she said they don't woke up the monster, I think the monster was already, woke. But I'm just looking at it as that they stayed with a veteran team. They've had success. They've won the last 7 gold medals. But also, I'm kind of wondering, and I don't know this, myself. Caitlin is by far known in the U.S. How much of that is overseas right now? Do they, because she hadn't had a chance to go overseas yet. She's been playing college ball. So that, I know some people are talking about, hey, this is a chance for them to expand the WNBA and make it global and everything. But if you haven't been bigging up her to the world just yet, maybe it's not, right? And let's be honest, the people that's ahead of her, these ain't people that just something to sneeze at. Now that maybe possibly perhaps you could put an argument to say, hey, you know what, maybe Diana Taurasi, but that would just be because of age. You can't do that, right? Diana Taurasi is still a legend in that game, and we've seen this before, right? This is nothing new. We've seen it. She's in her rookie season. She got a sample size of what, 12, maybe 12 or 13 games in comparison to seasons with these other players. We already know she's going to be on the team next Olympics. We've seen how in the men's USA, it may take the young guys a little bit longer. We're doing this last run with LeBron, KD, Steph, and all that stuff. We're getting that out the way to those veterans, right? Even though I talked about the changing of the guard with SGA and SGA is in Canada, but you get what I'm saying. Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson and all those other young guns and everything. But there's a time. I think there's just a time that has to be played out. Yes, as far as like the popularity of Caitlin Clark, you definitely want to put that on display. But in fairness to who's already been on that team or who's available for that team, and in comparison to who she's going up against, I can understand it, right? I won't say she got robbed or anything. And here's the thing: she's listed as an alternate. She's one of the top 2 alternates. So if somebody can't make it, something happens, then chances are she's going to be, on that team. Mo, you got anything you want to say about it?
Your last point, she definitely going to be on the team. I mean, because somebody is not going to be available. I can't say who that is, but I mean, I feel like she'll make the team this year. But
Really?
at the yeah, I mean, as an alternate, right?
Oh,
But
well, she's on there as an alternate right
yeah,
now,
that's what I'm saying. So she'll see some
but
action.
so you think somebody's going to get hurt?
Man, I think that this, and I don't want to. I'm not going to do the conspiracy theory move right now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna slow down on that a little bit. But I just think, first of all, it's just disrespectful to debate it as much as we've been debating it over the past 24 hours. or however long it's been since this announcement come out.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's, come on, you just read the names, right? You're not replacing any of these players. I mean, you're not going to do that. She's not ready. I mean, she's a rookie. She's coming. She's a dog. She'll get there. But your time is coming. And you made another good point too. They don't know her over there. I mean, she's a big name here in the states, right? She hadn't been overseas. She's Diana Taurasi. You going across the waters, and they love her like we love her here. But
Right. And that's kind of like what I was getting at, Mo, is like Brittany Griner. They know about Brittany Griner because she
right,
played overseas. They know about Diana Taurasi because she played overseas and played for, those international teams. So just haven't had that yet. But like you said, it's on the way. And,
I
and,
think,
and
yeah, and I think they'll make a way for her to try to squeeze her in that shit. That's my little conspiracy theory.
okay.
But but also at the same time, I was listening to a debate earlier today. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about how we need to have her on this roster, on this team right now, and I just disagree with that. I mean, why? Why? I mean, yeah, it's helping the sport here right
Mhm.
now, the WNBA as a whole, but this is a completely different situation. This is Olympic basketball.
If the Olympics was here in the United States, I could see that. It's in
Right.
Paris. It's
Right.
in Paris. So
It's
and
irrelevant.
and once
I
once
mean,
when once when the Olympics is over, people are still going to be attending WNBA games to see Caitlin Clark play. This is not, and I'm not trying to be funny. This is not insanity. This is not a short run or anything like this. This is
she ain't
going to
Yao
be a
Ming, man.
sustained run.
She's not Yao Ming. And if you put her on the team, it ain't like they not winning the goal. They'll win regardless. With or without her on the team, they're gonna win, in my opinion. But yeah, calm down on the on the Caitlin Clark talk, man.
And the
Calm down
other
on it.
thing, I'll add to it, and we'll wrap it up here, Mo, is that okay if she's on the team, right? How much is she going to get to play? Because she's not starting.
No,
She's not going to start. So you coming off the bench. I'm just like, because you want to put her on display, properly and everything. And I think her starting would be a better scenario in the Olympics than just being on the team.
right. Because at the end of the day, the way that she's been raised up and praised, I mean, that's a lot of pressure. She's gonna have to win a championship soon. And with the team that she's on, I don't know how soon that can happen. So maybe, yeah, get her on these Olympic teams because she is. I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll be good enough to have her name beside some of the guards that we mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah,
Eventually, let her get
eventually,
this year in her belt. Next year come back, she'll make the team, and all is well.
all is well. All is well. Oh man, what may not be well uh, is, is the representation or how the LA Clippers have been recently. Well, you know what? It's based off of some things that actually happened, right? So FX put out this new series called Clipped or Limited series where it talks about the whole situation with Donald Sterling and all that went down with the comments that he made that basically got him thrown out the league and made him sell his team. And, Bomber came in and all that. And that's where we at now. So gives a little bit of a backstory. We get to hear, kind of some storylines. I don't know if this is all true, but, I checked it out. I watched it. It wasn't bad. It was a little getting used to some of the characters because who they got playing Blake Griffin, who they had playing, Glenn Davis, and they were playing against the Warriors, who they had Steph was. So take a little getting used to see, be like, all right, that's not Steph, but I get it. I get it. He likes skin, so we'll go with that. But I did see the first two episodes and they were good. But it gives a backstory of the young lady that was dealing with Donald Sterling, and just kind of like, because I didn't know this, I was just like, yo, Donald Sterling's wife, like, she didn't really did she have any beef, with this lady? So watching it. It's just like, yeah, you over here trying to step in, to my world, to my boundaries. So she was, you got that. We knew Chris Paul and Blake Griffin didn't, weren't just the best of friends, but how they've been portrayed, how they, got Lawrence Fishburne portraying Doc Rivers and some of the stuff that said, I'm like, I'm hoping that's not what they said, but I did. At the end of the day, it was entertaining. I watched it. I'll watch the remaining episodes, on it. Just for pure entertainment purposes, only. I'm not gonna formulate an opinion on Chris Paul or anybody else, from this. This is again is just some insight. Look at it, entertaining, and then we'll move on, from it. Most of that stuff I already knew. That's my little 2 cents, on it. So we'll move off of that. I want to touch on some football, right? Get into careers, right? This was recently put out there. CJ Stroud was talking about careers, and I guess he was asked who career would he rather have, and so they gave him Eli Manning or Aaron Rodgers, right? Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers. I didn't hesitate. I think CJ took Eli Manning, and yeah, give me Eli Mannings. Give me Eli Mannings. Give me Eli Mannings. Give me Eli Mannings. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say Eli Manning. Um, and Mo, you may disagree with me, on this, but
I do.
I love it. So here, okay, you know what? You want to? I'm interested to hear what you got to say about it first. Then,
I'm not taking Eli Manning, and here's why.
okay.
Okay, I get it. Eli, you beat the GOAT twice, or what
Mm,
many
mm,
would consider to be the GOAT. You beat him
mm,
twice in the biggest game
mm,
in the sport.
mhm.
However, you are never going to be considered better than any of your peers that were at the top of the league during your era. You're not. Nobody gonna look at Eli and say he's one of the greatest ever played.
No,
You disagree with
of
that,
course. I,
right?
I do not disagree with that.
Okay. So I can't tell you how much. I can't tell you anything about Eli's contracts, right? Can't tell you
He
anything
got
about
paid.
Aaron Rodgers' contracts, right?
He
But if
got
I'm not
paid too.
mistaken, Aaron Rodgers probably got a little more money than Eli, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Both. If not, then very close, right?
Hmm.
Both of them have Super Bowls, right?
Yep.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers gonna go down in history as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever played a game, right or wrong?
Right.
I'm a Super Bowl champion. I'm considered one of the greatest in my sport. I'm arguably the greatest player in that franchise's history.
Hmm.
Why wouldn't I take his career?
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
So, and I love to stay with the facts, on it. But I'm gonna speak, a little bit hypothetical as well, right? You just said it. Eli beat Tom Brady twice, so you beat the GOAT because the question was whose career, not who was the best, who was the most talented. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Eli Manning, right? As far as like at the quarterback position, Aaron Rodgers is better than Eli Manning. But as far as the career, I'm taking Eli Manning because let's just be honest. Let's
Come
just be
on.
honest. And I'm going to go a little hypothetical, just a tad bit. Because to me,
Okay.
what is saving Aaron Rodgers from this is that '08 Super Bowl. He does not win that Super Bowl, they're talking about him in the same breath as John Elway before he won a Super Bowl, because all it was is that hey, you're a great regular season quarterback, because Aaron Rodgers hasn't had the greatest success in the playoffs. We know that he's had success, but they've gotten beat by some teams that you would expect that they shouldn't have got beat by. And I'm giving Eli credit. You, along with Nick Foles, but you are the only person to take down the GOAT twice. How many people have lost in those situations that the Patriots and Tom Brady always figure out a way, to win? He played in New York, and I'm gonna say this as far as career wise, right? He don't have all the stats and everything. But you never heard anybody really. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna say that. New Yorkers, they badmouth anybody, but
Yeah, I'm about to
you
say that. I
never
was about
heard
to stop you.
anybody. You never heard anybody badmouth Eli to the extent how they badmouth Aaron Rodgers, right?
That. Go ahead.
I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying that they're right or anything like that. But that goes a long way. That goes a long way.
You
So
know what else goes a long way?
what goes a long way?
Your legacy. That's forever. Eli's
And you,
legacy would never be that you were one of the greatest to play the game. Anything that you do, any job that you have, anything that you set out to do, you want to be considered as one of the best to ever do it. Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. I know
but
you're
Aaron
speaking
Rodgers,
hypothetically, but he won the Super Bowl.
yeah, he won.
And the contracts, the accolades, everything goes into his career. That's a part of your
Mhm.
career, right? So if you asking me whose career would I rather have, I'd rather have the guy who considered to be one of the best. Even a
Okay, so
champion, Hall of Famer, was a four-time MVP?
yeah, four-time
How many
MVP.
MVPs he got? Okay, all right. All right.
So
What else you
let
want?
me ask, you said
What else you want?
legacy. You
You want
said
to
legacy.
beat let me
So
say this. Let me say this and I'm gonna let you run with it.
uh-huh.
You said Eli Manning beat the GOAT twice, right?
Hmm.
That GOAT status is still kind of up for debate. There's people who still feel like Joe Montana may be the GOAT. There's still people who feel like that this so-called GOAT, he had an easy path to the Super Bowl every year throughout his career. He did it, 7 Super Bowls, however many. Eli beat him twice, only one that could do that. But I'm taking Aaron Rodgers, man.
But okay, so when they say GOAT, do they ever leave out Tom Brady?
No, of course not. And they
In the,
shouldn't. And they
all right,
shouldn't.
okay. So
And
he's
they
in the
shouldn't.
conversation. And here's what I'm talking about as far as like legacy. So when you say Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, who's gonna get talked about the most?
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers or Tom Brady?
In that conversation between those, I mean, come on, man. Yeah.
Tom Brady, right?
Tom Brady, right? All right.
Right. Okay. So Tom Brady gonna get talked about the most. Now, when they talk about Tom Brady, they talk about all the stuff that he did, and what do they also lead with? But he lost to Eli twice. He is always in the
That's
conversation.
almost a
Eli name is in
disrespectful.
there.
That's almost a disrespectful comment, though. It's like he
No,
lost to Eli. How could you
no,
lose to Eli? That's what it sounds like.
no, no.
I mean, come on,
And
you
if
talking
I'm
about somebody that playing skills is equivalent to Joe Flacco. I mean,
and
come
if
on, man.
if I'm Eli, yes, I always got that because you know who else can't say that?
His brother.
No, 95% of the QBs
Yeah,
that played
yeah.
against
I mean,
Tom Brady.
but listen, you know who else gonna get talked about though? Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning, the greats who played during Tom Brady's era.
Yeah,
They're gonna always make those comparisons.
yeah.
They'll never stop making those comparisons. Eli's a footnote in Tom Brady's legacy.
Oh, 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 watch your mouth. All right.
I'm just saying.
You make a compelling statement. Agree to disagree.
All right, well, that's what we're here for. That's what
Yeah.
we do. But yeah, you sleep on that one, and we'll come back and talk about this later.
Yeah. Rings. Give me the rings. Give me the rings. All right. Last thing. Let's get out of here with one of my favorite episodes, Power. Power is back. Ladies and gentlemen, the premiere of season 4. They dropped episode 1 this past Friday. And I'm just gonna say this. They got right into the action, on this. I enjoyed it. Uh there was a little surprise in there. Method Man is doing a little bit different scenes these days. So I'm like, okay, Meth, I see you out there, big dog. And they already set up all these storylines that I'm liking with Noma, with the with Braden, obviously with Tariq and everything, and then we're gonna see some other. I mean, Monet. I didn't think she was gonna die or anything like that. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry, but I knew she wasn't gonna die. She was gonna come back, you know. But I like how they brought in some of the old characters as well to start this off. So I'm excited about this. Well, this is the last season, so I'm excited to see how this ends. It was something else that was on Power that man, I can't even remember it right now. It was something else that happened um on there. Well, Buddy, the agent, the DEA. It's like you
Hmm.
go around, roam around by yourself. They told you to chill out, and he get popped episode one. You know, and
I was surprised by that too.
yeah, but I mean, you out there rolling dolo, man. You can't roll dolo, against Tariq, St. Patrick, and the rest of the crew, and out there. So, oh, I know what it was, Mo. When what's my man name? The dude with the accent that's the right hand man for Noma. Like for a
I forget his
second,
name.
yeah, for a second he was kind of, just like, I can kind of make you forget your problems. And Noma slapped the mess out of
She
him.
shut that down. I
Yeah,
thought she was. I thought, okay, they finna start a whole new storyline. She shut that down. I'm like,
yeah,
why y'all even write that? Y'all just
yeah,
as like I think 50 wrote that line himself.
yeah.
But
Five fingers to the face, real
going back
quick.
to the agent though, I thought that he was gonna play a big role in maybe bringing down either Tariq or Noma or just get in the mix because he got the family vendetta, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I thought he would play a role in that, but I don't know. I think they're trying to show you that Tariq is willing to go there. I mean, he
Yeah.
willing to go there.
And
But I
and
think I think the funniest thing to me though, you talking about the slap. Why they bring Zeke back like that, man? Why they bring Zeke back, man, with the hair? I'm like, come on, man. That was probably the most uncomfortable part of the whole episode was the whole little flash, not necessarily flashback, but she,
yeah.
having these visions and she don't want to die. And I'm like, come on, man, y'all ain't got to do it like this. They sitting there trying to explain to her why, she going through what she going through. And
Yeah.
then here goes Zeke trying to be serious. Zeke can't be serious. You see him, you gotta laugh at something. That's my guy. They did Zeke. They did it. They did him dirty, man.
Yeah, man,
They did
Zeke
him
had so
dirty.
many funny scenes, man. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Oh my god. But yeah, it's they turned it up. I mean, Brayton, family being his father
Hmm.
being racist, that was no shocker. It's just like, oh, they
Nah,
finally, put that out.
that's what happened when you
Like,
put some pressure on. They showed them colors,
yeah. I was
and
like,
he dropped his sister off and kept it moving. Somebody got
yeah,
to die though. Somebody got to die. I mean, I don't know if this is the final season or not. I don't know if they announced
yeah,
that this was the final season.
yeah. This is
Oh
it.
yeah, so yeah,
This is it.
somebody got to die.
Yeah.
And I don't know. When you watch shows like this, is you got somebody that you want to see go.
Yeah, you know what? And the crazy part is kind of like if you ever watch Sons of Anarchy, I end up just I don't want to say stumble because I normally don't watch TV like that, but I came across it, then I just started binge watching Sons of Anarchy in that last season. But yeah, like everybody started getting
Hmm.
popped. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with you. Is other more people are going to die.
this is what I expect to see. So I don't know how Tariq gonna get out of this, right? Only
Hmm.
way he gonna get out of this, you're gonna see Tasha, you're gonna see Tommy. They showing up this season.
Oh yeah,
They showing
they
up this
definitely.
season. You're gonna see them too, definitely.
Yeah,
Cause I
I
mean he ain't got
mean,
nowhere else to turn. I mean, you got
Ghost.
Meth, but Meth busy, doing what he doing in the bathroom. So he can't help you. He tied up. He ain't got no job no more, so he tied up for a little while. He gonna help
uh,
him get in touch with Tasha and Tommy now.
hey, Ghost got popped. So I mean, anything is possible because I didn't think Ghost was gonna die. Or
Yeah.
what happened if Ghost really didn't die and they bring him back? It'd be crazy. But
Yeah, his daddy come back and say today. Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be I'm done with the show after that.
yeah, I'm I'm
I had to hang
I'm
it up.
interested though. I'm interested. I'm locked in.
Yeah. James St. Patrick looking like Jason Tatum. It was a good episode
Oh
though. I'm looking
man.
forward to the rest of the season, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so there it is. Another episode, man. Make sure again, turn on those notifications, like, subscribe to the channel, man. We here every single week. So everybody be good out there. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.